Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here, and I'm playing Men of War, and this is a multiplayer online battle. I command the Germans, and my opponent is Korte286787 in command of the Soviet Union. And you can see I cut out the first few minutes of the battle, but the only armored action that you missed was my Panther destroying a T-34 tank, and then destroying a ZIS-3 gun, and then later my opponent destroyed my ZIS-5 truck that I commandeered. Anyways, we're just in time to watch my opponent bring out a Joseph Stalin 1 tank, or the IS-1, and he's duking it out with my Panther. He destroyed the track on my left, but my tank can still fire back. So with this shot, I destroyed its main gun, and it disappeared from view, but it'll roll back into view in a moment here. And I can repair my tank after I destroy that IS-1. And you can see we both have one flag point each. I held the center for a minute, and then my opponent nullified my infantry on there. So now we both have one flag point each. And this is battle zone, so you gotta control more flag points than your opponent for a longer time if you want to win. Alright, we destroyed some riflemen with my Panther. So my opponent has some plans to close with his infantry. So I'm bringing up a secondary Panther, and that will double the strength of my armored effort here. What I want to do is capture that middle flag point so that I can get a jump on the score. And here's my second Panther. It looks like he tried to ram that building, but he couldn't penetrate, so he's gonna have to go around the long way. And this will give me the opportunity to get some flanking shots on that IS-1 tank. Alright, so I brought up more infantry, and I want to recapture the middle flag point. It's now under Soviet control, but I'll be bringing up my infantry to retake it. And meanwhile, off-screen, my Panther is taking on an Su-100 tank destroyer, and I managed to destroy it. Or my Panther crew managed to destroy the Su-100. And thank goodness, that thing can be a beast if you let it. But, yeah, all kinds of armored action up here. One of my Panthers disabled the track on that IS-1 tank. And once my opponent progresses to the IS-2, it's going to be a little bit more tricky, because the IS-2 is it's a very deadly tank. And if it gets to IS-3 tank, that's a very, very deadly variant of the Joseph Stalin series. Alright, we gunned down a Soviet rifleman, and I'm going to roll my Panther back, because it looks like my opponent is determined to take out my Panther with the infantry. And I think I shot up that Su-100 again. That thing's already destroyed. I don't know why my guys are still shooting at it, but that's gonna stop. So my opponent controls the middle flag point, and I have a Tiger tank in support of my infantry. So now I feel more confident in advancing towards the middle flag point. So I'm going to bring up some advanced scouts. And there's some Soviet infantry in the bushes, and we take them out. So now I'm going to crawl forward with my my SMG guys, and I'm going to take that flag for the Third Reich. And I'm going to put one of my guys in the bushes there, so that he has more cover. And I finally neutralized the middle flag point. And you can see I've got more tanks rolling out. So I have 4 tanks in total now. 2 are Panthers, the other 2 are Tigers. And I got my opponent's IS-1 tank in a crossfire with both my Panthers. But now my opponent brings out a ZIS-3 gun. I destroyed one of those at the beginning of the battle, but he brought out another one. So the best way to destroy that is with a heat round. So my Panther destroyed that ZIS-3 gun, and now my opponent's IS-1 tank is coming closer. And it looks like my guy's still using a heat round, so that's not going to do too much damage to the IS-1. Gotta switch to the AP round. And now I'm going to bring my second Panther to flank that Joseph Stalin tank. And I'm going to run down the fence there, because I know it pisses off owners when you take down their fence with a tank. So now I'm on the flank of that Joseph Stalin 1 tank, and there, boom! My Panther destroyed the hull on that that Soviet tank. So right now, my Panthers are having one hell of a good time. And another Soviet tank appears, and that one's just a T-26. That thing is not going to do too much damage to a Panther, unless it shoots at point blank on the rear of my Panther. But now a Joseph Stalin 2 tank has rolled out, and once that Joseph Stalin 2 tank appeared, it took out my Panther up there. So my crew are going to bail out of there. And I've got the crew on my other Panther trying to repair the track. So things are heating up. on the left flank, but I'm going to make an effort to capture my opponent's last remaining flag point. So that'll hopefully redivert his attention elsewhere, because he's very transfixed on my left, and I'm going to hold his attention there, but at the same time I'm going to smack with my other flank. So my Panther's still duking it out with that Joe the Stalin 2 tank. So now I'm going to take the crew of my other Panther, try to repair it, but it can't be repaired, so I'm going to repair that that truck up there instead. After I repair it, I don't know what I'm going to do with the truck. Meanwhile, my opponent turned his rear on my Panther. That wasn't a good idea, but he got away with it. But typically, you don't want to turn your rear towards your enemy. I'm going to roll my my Panther forward a little bit, and to support the crew of the other team who are trying to repair that truck. And I'm trying to put my guy back inside. I forgot he was still out there. What else is going on? Alright, now towards the right, I'm going to make my effort on my opponent's flag point there. I'm going to bring up my infantry, and I'm going to support them with a Tiger tank. And yeah, my infantry is going to lead the way, but my Tiger is trying to catch up with them. And here my opponent made a rush with Russian infantry. He tried to capture the middle flag point, but my guys are ready, waiting in the bushes, and so they gunned down all those Russian SMG guys. So now I got my my SMG guys waiting to advance on the enemy's flag point, and they're going to run through the bushes. I'm going to creep up on that flag point, make sure that there's no bad guys around there. But I'm pretty sure my opponent knows I'm coming, because that Tiger tank is knocking down all those trees. And look on the top left, my opponent killed one of his tank crew with his Joe the Stalin 2 tank. I'm guessing he ran that guy over by accident, probably by crashing through a building. Speaking of which, I'm going to crash through that little shack right there. I'm going to make somebody unhappy by destroying that. And here comes my infantry. Going to roll my Tiger forward. And here comes a moment of truth. I think my infantry got a little too far ahead of my tank, and my infantry gets bushwhacked. That was a massacre right there. I lost all my infantry. Well, there's one more guy, but he bites it. Poor guy. And seeing that massacre right there, I'm going to get my Tiger tank out of there. You don't want to advance into an area like that without infantry support, so I'm gonna back that junk up. Meanwhile, on the middle, my opponent brought out his tank. That's his IS-2 tank, and he is strolling in full view in front of my Tiger tank, who's in the middle there. So that was a very dangerous move, very risky, very aggressive, so I really like it. And I've got my Tiger tank ready, and I'm going to turn him around so he's not facing the wrong way. So I want to take on that IS-2 tank from the front with my front. And he destroyed my turret. I destroyed his. I damaged his track, I mean. And a track is pretty easy to repair on this game. So I'm bringing up my infantry, and that'll ward off my opponent's infantry if he has any. But seeing the predicament that my Tiger's in, I'm going to bring my infantry, and I'm gonna try to sneak up on that IS-2. But it looks like I destroyed the main gun, and I destroyed its turret. And I'm also flanking it with my other Tiger. But here comes my infantry, and I lost one of my guys there. Poor guy. And I'm gonna toss my anti-tank grenade at that IS-2. Look at that. Here he goes. Moment of truth. Boom. Imdas. And my guys crushed the hull on that IS-2. And then some Soviet infantry appears, but my guys take care of them. So now I'm free to take that flag point. And that was a rifleman they took out. But just then, my opponent brings out another tank. This one is going to be a T-34. You can see it right there. That thing's fast, but it's not as heavily armored as the IS-2 tank. So I'm going to try to bash it in from behind with my infantry. But he's still rolling forward. He's going to go right for my Tiger tank. And remember, the turret is destroyed on my Tiger, so I can't rotate my turret, so I gotta rotate my entire tank. So he's gonna do the smart thing, he's going to run around the rear of my Tiger. And I'm going to try to turn around. At the same time, I got my infantry coming in to lend some support. And as my infantry gets close, the opponent's T-34 is going to gun my guy down. Look at that. Oh, that hurt. And once again, he's on the rear of my Tiger, so I gotta spin my Tiger around again. So it's kind of cat and mouse right now. Actually, it's more of a dogfight. And I got more infantry coming to toss their anti-tank grenades at that T-34. And watch this. It blows up and it confuses your crew. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that crew is pretty confused taking out a Tiger like that. And here comes my other tank. But the game ends and I win on points. Very good game to my opponent, Corte. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle on the Countryside map.